Hey Commanders Nation, another round of news here on the channel with more updates from the Washington Commanders. This is Charles talking to you. Next, let's go for another round of news from the Commanders, always fast, objective, and very up-to-date with the team. If you're new, subscribe, daily videos so you don't miss anything, and strengthen with the like button. Hit the like button on the video so I can continue with the updates here on the channel. The Washington Commanders are closing their tight ends group for 2025. And the decision could have a much bigger impact than it seems. Zach Yartez renewed. John Bates is also back. And Ben Sinnott continues as the future of the position. But does this strategy make sense? Or are the Commanders making a mistake by investing so much in this position? While everyone expected changes in the tight ends group, Washington doubled down and kept John Bates for another 3 years. 516 snaps played, more than Sinnott. Only 8 receptions. Almost nothing in the passing game. His role? Pure blocker for the ground game. This means that the Commanders believe that Bates and Sinnott can form a long-term duo. But where does Ertz fit into all of this? We know that Ertz is not the same player he used to be. But in 2024, he was a real security blanket for Jayden Daniels. The problem? He is already 35 years old. In other words, this renewal smells like a year-to-year one. If the front office believes that Sinnott still needs time to develop, Ertz could be the perfect mentor. But that raises another question. If the Commanders trust Sinnott so much, why keep Bates for 3 more years? Since taking over, Adam Peters has built the team his way. He brought Sinnott in the draft and Ertz in free agency. But now he is also re-signing Bates, a guy from the previous regime. This suggests 3 things. The Commanders want a traditional tight and to bolster the running game. Sinnott isn't ready to be the number 1 TE yet. Washington's offense could use more 2 tight end formations in 2025. This could indicate a more physical and balanced offense. But is it the right way to get the most out of Jayden Daniels' talent? Did Bates deserve this renewal? Will Sinnott be able to take the lead? Does Ertz still have the stamina to be decisive? Continuing with the information. The offseason chaos has arrived, and Adam Peters is not messing around. The Commanders' GM has tough decisions ahead of him. And if there's one thing that's already clear, it's that no one is safe. 2 important players could be saying goodbye. Pass rusher Dante Fowler Jr. and wide receiver Dyami Brown posted cryptic messages on social media. What's going on? Are they feeling undervalued? Or has the front office already decided to move in another direction? One thing is for sure, this roster could still undergo big changes. The Peters era is unsentimental. We've already seen that with the departure of defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. Peters is willing to make controversial decisions to build a winning team, and that means no one is guaranteed a spot. If Fowler and Brown do indeed leave, Washington needs to act fast to bolster those positions. Is Dante Fowler Jr. worth the investment? The edge rusher had a solid season, but did he do enough to warrant a new contract? He's talented, but his defense against the run game is still a problem. The market may be watching him, and we know that productive pass rushers don't stay available for long. Are the Commanders willing to pay the price, or will they look for a cheaper option? And what about Dyami Brown? He finally showed his worth late in the season, making important plays in key moments. But was it enough? With the arrival of Deebo Samuel, is there still room for him in Jayden Daniels' offense? If he does leave, Washington needs to find a replacement to maintain its powerful offensive arsenal. The pressure is huge. The goal is clear: build a team to compete now. The Commanders went far in 2024, but if they want to overcome the Eagles and dominate the NFC, they can't afford to make mistakes in their roster construction. Every decision now could define the future of the franchise. What about you? If you were Adam Peters, would you keep Fowler and Brown or move on? Who do you think Washington should sign? Let us know in the comments. Commanders alert to close for today. The defense needs a pass rusher, and a huge name is on the radar. We're talking about Khalil Mack. Yes, himself. 9-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, and a true nightmare for quarterbacks. And here's the bombshell. For the first time in his career, Mack is available on the market. This means the Commanders have a golden opportunity to add a heavyweight veteran to Dan Quinn's defense. But does this move make sense? At 34 years old, it's a fact that Mack has already peaked. But before you dismiss that idea, look at the numbers. He continues to wreak havoc on the opposing offensive line. Last season, even at his advanced age, he managed to pressure high-level QBs and showed that he still has gas in the tank. And the best part? He would fit perfectly into Dan Quinn's aggressive scheme. A system that values constant pressure in the pocket, quick movement from linebackers, and a pass rush that doesn't give opponents a break. Imagine Mack alongside this emerging defense. The impact could be immediate. Here's the big dilemma. Mack won't come cheap. Even as a veteran, players with his experience and talent still receive robust offers. Washington has space in the cap, but it needs to decide quickly. Should they invest heavily in a veteran like Mack, guaranteeing experience and immediate impact? Should they look for a younger pass rusher and bet on long-term development? Free agency starts in a few hours. Time is running, and if Washington wants to secure this signing, Adam Peters needs to act fast. Other teams are also watching, and if the Commanders wait too long, Mack could sign with another franchise. Do you believe Khalil Mack can still be a difference maker for the Commanders? Could he be the missing piece for this defense to take the next step? Hey fan, leave a comment below. Next, did you like the video? Leave your like, subscribe to the channel. It is very important that we are together. Thank you for everything, and let's go Commanders.